Welcome back to Bench Warmers. I'm Thomas Canzora. This is Brooks Anderson. The Pittsburgh Pirates are tied for the best record in all of Major League Baseball with the St. Louis Cardinals in their own division at 48-30. The Pirates have gone a long time without a winning season, 19-20 straight years, I believe. Is this the year?
Looks like it. They're the favorite, it seems, to win the wild card. They'll be behind the Cardinals, there's no doubt about that. But they'll definitely be one of the two National League wild cards in my mind to make the playoffs, which will be huge for the fan base there.
Yeah, it's actually been a disappointing year for their star player, Andrew McCutchen. He's only hitting 287 with 8 homers. Their pitching staff has been phenomenal. Jeff Locke has a 2.06 ERA, a guy who most of us didn't even know at the beginning of the year. Jason Grilli converted his first 25 saves. The Pirates pitching staff overall has been spectacular. I think they can keep this up. I think McCutchen's going to heat up. I think they might add a piece if they need to, and if they've decided that they're going to try to make a run this year, at the very least, they should break their losing records.
That's been their Achilles heel, is trying to keep up with a really hot streak. The last few years, they've been up there. I know 2 years ago, I believe, they actually made it into first for a few weeks and then tanked. And it usually happens right around this time, right after the All-Star break. So the biggest problem for them is going to be preventing another tanking or another a failed season. So we're going to take a caller on line 1. We're going to go with Brian in Ann Arbor.
I know you guys were just talking about tanking. So on that topic, who do you think is having the most disappointing season so far?
Good question. In my mind, the biggest disappointment award, if you'll say, for the first half of the season goes to, it's actually shared by both Los Angeles teams. Los Angeles Dodgers and Los Angeles Angels, in my mind, are two of the biggest disappointments. They both spent lots of money in the offseason to bring in all kinds of big names, and they've not paid off at all. They're both like 10 games out, I believe, and it looks like at the midpoint of the season that they're in for a really rough time of it. So
yeah, both those teams are right up there. Honorable mention goes to the Washington Nationals. They're one game above 500. It's been injury-prone. It's been a big injury year for them. So I'll give them a pass. I'll give the Dodgers a bit of a pass because they've been so banged up. They were supposed to have 7 solid starters, and now more than half of them are injured. The Los Angeles Angels, you already talked about. I'm going to add one, the Chicago White Sox. They were supposed to be in contention this year, and they've just not produced.
Well, while we're on the topic of biggest disappointments, biggest surprise in the first half of the season, what do you think?
Well, there is the Pirates. We talked about them. I'm also going to add the San Diego Padres, who went on a big run a couple weeks ago. They're hovering around in a very difficult National League West. I'm not sure if they can keep this up. Chase Headley's also having a disappointing year. They don't have any big-name players. They're just playing well as a team. They're pitching pretty well.
I think we're forgetting
but we'll see.
I think we're forgetting the biggest name for biggest surprise, the Boston Red Sox. This is a team that lost 93 games last year. Here they are in first place, the toughest division in baseball. They're hanging in there. They're playing great baseball. That's clearly, in my mind, they take the biggest surprise award by a landslide. And I think there are definitely some of the teams you mentioned are definitely teams to watch for the second half, like the Padres. The Pirates are definitely going to be a team to watch. The battle between the Rangers and Athletics is going to be a fun one, going down to the wire. So, I mean, this is a great time for baseball right now, middle season, where you've got a bunch of teams that really have a chance to make a statement in the second half of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting trade time. A lot of names on the trading block. We'll see which teams really want it and try to get a name. All right, well, we're going to take another break. We'll be back on Bench Warmers.